If I could give you one piece of advice that would allow you to grow massively in terms of mindset, of course, this would be it. Hi, and welcome if you're new to my channel. I'm Kanat, and I like to talk about things that actually matter. Before I begin today's discussion, I have a question for you. It's a yes or no question, and I would advise you to be very, very honest. There's going to be no judgment. Whatever comes to mind, just choose that. The question is that do you believe that individuals who are born with traits like intelligence, talent, leadership, and personality are the only ones who possess them? Now, if you said yes, you're wrong. Well, allow me to explain. Broadly speaking, in terms of mindset, there are two kinds of people: people who have a fixed mindset and people who have a growth mindset. How do we differentiate between the two? How can we say that someone has a fixed mindset versus somebody who has a growth mindset? What sets them apart? We're gonna dive into it right now. Now, look at this image that we're going to be using as a reference throughout the video to differentiate between the two mindsets. And the credit goes to Lifehack, of course, for doing such a wonderful job distinguishing between the two. On the left side of the screen, you can see someone who has a fixed mindset, and on the right, you can see someone who has a growth mindset. On the left side of the image, you can see the brain of a person who has a fixed mindset. You can also tell that it's physically different from the one on the right. It belongs to somebody who has a growth mindset, so you can physically tell the difference. Coming back to the picture, someone who has a fixed mindset has already developed all their ideas, opinions, and abilities, and there is no room for anything new or novel. They believe that whatever they know is the only way the universe works, and there is no room for any new idea. There is no room for space. People who have a fixed personality think that concepts like intelligence, personality, leadership, talent, these are all things that people who are born with only have, but that's far from the truth. But the important bit here is that when you come across these people in real life, they would move the world to make you believe in what they believe in. And if you don't agree with them, they might get angry. So there would be no room for discussion anymore. These are stuck up personalities who only listen to react and not respond. In a way, they've stopped living their lives. And why would you want to be around people who believe that life is limited when it's not? Tell me one thing. If it's always about proving yourself to be right in all situations and not about experiencing life to the fullest, what's the point? I don't want to be right. I want to experience life. And how do you live life to the fullest, you ask? Simple, by not being stuck up. Coming back to my point, a flexible mindset can be developed. Yes. And some people are born with it, true. But those of us who don't have a flexible mindset when we're born can work on it. And how do you do that? You become aware about it. You try, you welcome it. Person who has a flexible mindset believes that challenge is actually an opportunity to grow. Talent is ever changing, and growth is the purpose of life. When you come across these people, you'd see that they are really flexible in their approach, that you'll feel light and happy instantly. They'd make you feel comfortable with their words. They won't try to prove a point. If you talk to them, they would listen only to respond and not react. And at the end of the conversation, you'd have something that you've gained from them or some food for thought. Developing a flexible mindset is synonymous with welcoming growth into your life. A way to get started on the road to a flexible mindset is to question your thoughts, your opinions, your abilities, your talent, and the opportunities that you come across. The way you think could be affected by people around you because it could be that you never really question things and you have an adopted belief system. And if you look at them, they never really question things. And if you look at the tree, the hierarchy, nobody from bottom to the top, nobody really questioned things. So It's an adopted belief system until and unless we are really, really aware about it and we're actively questioning things and developing our own mindset, developing our own belief system about things. How you face your reality depends on that belief system. So it's really, really important because even in day to day things, your belief system would determine your behavior and the outcome of so many things. The take home message here from your big sister is to develop a growth mindset simply because you can. You can question things, you can drop what does not serve you and develop what does, and see where it takes you. Especially if you're in your 20s or 30s, this is the ideal time to do that because you're already making a belief system whether you're doing it consciously or not. So do it consciously, choose to do it. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.